Welcome to the 8th tutorial on living the Christian life. We will be looking at the role of the church in the worldwide community, reconciliation, persecution and charity. The church exists in every nation and aims to have a positive spiritual impact on the world. It represents Jesus on earth, brings the gospel to all people, helps the poor, sick and needy, promotes friendships, brings together the community of believers. When talking about the global church, it is spelt with a capital C, but a local church is with a small c. The global church is important because it encourages peace and harmony between individuals and countries. It teaches and tries to set a good example of living a moral life. It organizes charity work, supports the work of missionaries and helps Christians in need around the world. The church also has powerful influence on debates on abortion, injustice, marriage, moral issues, political decisions, poverty and same-sex relationships. Reconciliation means restoring peace and friendship between individuals or groups. The church wants to reconcile relationships around the world because Jesus taught people to love each other. The church brings together people of different and often opposing beliefs to help them reach reconciliation. It offers prayer, friendship and advice, as well as financial help and expert practical help in difficult situations. The Ecumenical Movement aims to bring Christians of different viewpoints together by praying and seeking guidance, arranging meetings to share viewpoints and situations, getting churches to work together, and holding conferences around the world. The World Council of Churches seeks reconciliation and peace for people around the world by organizing days of prayer, campaigning for peace and human rights, responding to calls for help and support, speaking out against oppression and terrorism, and supporting missionaries. Persecution is the bad treatment of an individual or group, usually on the grounds of religion, politics or ethnicity. Another word for it is oppression. Members of groups within various different faiths have experienced persecution. Global persecution of Christians is often referred to as the persecuted church and takes place in many countries, like China or India. It has been estimated that 100,000 Christians die every year because of their faith. Charity means giving to those in need. Christians have a duty to do this. The Bible says that you must love your neighbor as you love yourself. Treating people as you want to be treated is called the Golden Rule. Christians believe that everything they own comes from God and that they look after it for Him. Jesus said that Christians should sell everything they have and give it to the poor. Giving is central to Christian teaching, but it is important that they do it in secret and they don't boast or brag about helping others. St. Paul taught that giving to charity should be cheerful. Also, Jesus taught in the parable of the sheep and goats that helping others is as good as helping Him. Finally, the most important aspect of Christian charity is love. Christian Aid is a Christian charity that works with local organizations regardless of race or religion. It is founded on Christian principles of justice and fairness for all. It aims to help the poor to help themselves. Christian Aid works in three main ways. It gives immediate aid, like first aid, food, shelter and clothing in times of disaster. It gives long-term aid and education to help the poor feed themselves. It provides medical care and clean water to many countries. It also runs political campaigns, like organizing marches against climate change or for more provision for the poor. In the exam you might be asked to explain 2 ways that Christian aid works to relieve poverty, explain 2 reasons why giving to charity is important to Christians, or argue for and against whether all Christians should give to charity. In summary, the Christian church tries to have a positive impact on the world, preaches the gospel all around the world, tries to influence the debate on many global issues, and works for reconciliation. Many Christians around the world are persecuted for their faith. The Bible teaches that Christians must give to charity, and Christian Aid is the official church charity for carrying out that work.